against Sanatan culture in India. Let's have a quick detailed report on what's transpired.
ये इंडी अलायंस उस सनातन संस्कारों को, परंपरा को समाप्त करने का संकल्प लेकर के आए हैं.
The Sanatan storm has escalated in how with the Prime Minister now wading into the controversy in battleground Madhya Pradesh. Lashing out at the DMK, Prime Minister Modi has now put the India alliance on the mat over Udhayanidhi's Sanatan comment. The message is clear. The BJP is now going to make the alliance party in the north for their southern allies comment.
कमंडिया गठबंधन, ये इंडी अलायंस उस सनातन संस्कारों को, परंपरा को समाप्त करने का संकल्प लेकर के आए हैं. आज इन लोगों ने खुल करके बोलना शुरू किया है, खुल करके हमला करना शुरू करके दिया है. कल ये लोग हम पर होने वाले हमले और बढ़ाने वाले हैं. देश के कोने कोने में हर सनातनी को, इस देश को प्यार करने वाले को, इस देश की मिट्टी को प्यार करने वाले को सतर्क रहने की जरूरत है.
And it is not just Prime Minister Modi. All the BJP bigwigs are now putting the focus on the Sanatan storm, knowing that for the India alliance, this could prove to be a big self-goal in poll-bound states like Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan.
जो सनातन नहीं डिगा था रावण के अत्याचार से, जो सनातन नहीं मिटा था कंस के अहंकार से, उस सनातन को ये सत्ताजीवी क्या मिटा पाएंगे.
Meanwhile, DMK's allies have been attempting damage control, distancing themselves completely from Udhayanidhi's comment.
अरे मोहन भागवत जी को क्यों भूल जाते हैं आप लोग? हाँ, मोहन भागवत जी ने सबसे ज्यादा स्वीकारोक्ति की, आप लोगों ने उनको बिसरा दिया. उन्होंने कहा 2000 साल तक हमने उनका उत्पीड़न किया. इस अफसाने में स्टालिन कहीं नहीं आते ना. कोई भी धर्म, मैं बार बार कह रहा हूं, उसको इसके आधार पर होना होगा.
But the DMK remains defiant. Just yesterday, Minister Udhayanidhi Stalin again shot back at any demands for an apology and made it clear his Sanatan fight continues.
மணிப்பூர் இஷ்யூ பற்றி பேசுங்க, சனாதனம் பற்றி அப்புறமா பேசுவோம். நான் இங்கே தான் இருக்க போகிறேன். தொடர்ந்து 200 வருஷமாக பேசிகிட்டு இருக்கோம். அதை மட்டுமே இப்போ பேசாதீங்க. கண்டிப்பாக அதை பற்றி பேசி தான் ஆகணும். அதை பற்றி பேசுவோம். அதை விட ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியம் வந்து இப்போ இருக்கக்கூடிய இந்த பாசிச பாஜக அரசை வந்து நம்ம வந்து உழைக்கணும். அதை கான்சென்ட்ரேட் பண்ணணும்.
But it is a seesaw battle within the DMK too, as Temple Minister Shekhar Babu under fire has claimed they represent those who follow Sanatan as well.
இவைகள் சனாதானத்திலே குறிப்பிட்டிருப்பதால் அந்த கோட்பாடுகளை தான் நாங்கள் எதிர்க்கின்றோமே தவிர சனாதானத்தை ஏற்றுக்கொண்ட அனைவரையும் நாங்கள் எதிர்க்கவில்லை.
Will DMK be forced to completely backtrack now on the Sanatan storm? As India allies come under attack from the Prime Minister, this could prove costly for the opposition in the poll-bound North states. Bureau Report, India Today.
அந்த மாநாட்டோட பேரு சனாதன ஒழிப்பு மாநாடு தான்.
Now in Andhra Pradesh, even as Chandrababu Naidu of the TDP has been arrested, he is currently in judicial custody in a skill development scam. Here is Janasena party chief Pawan Kalyan, who's come out today not just condemning Chandrababu Naidu's arrest, but also saying that he is in all support of Chandrababu Naidu, is going to enter an alliance with the TDP for the upcoming assembly elections as well as the Lok Sabha. Both assembly and Lok Sabha happens around the same time in Andhra Pradesh. So he has announced his alliance with the TDP, saying his dream, Pawan Kalyan says his dream is to ensure the NDA, the TDP and Janasena work together to bring the end of the YSRCP in Andhra Pradesh. The Telugu superstar Pawan Kalyan also met with former Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu at the Rajamundry jail today. Here's a quick look.
Embattled Telugu Desam Party chief Nara Chandrababu Naidu is getting some much needed support. Telugu superstar and Janasena Party chief Pawan Kalyan met with the former CM at the Rajamahendravaram Central Prison on Thursday. The Janasena Party will contest the coming elections in Andhra Pradesh in alliance with the TDP, announced Pawan Kalyan.
ఈరోజు నేను నిర్ణయం తీసుకున్నాను. తెలుగు జనసేన తెలుగుదేశం కలిసి వెళ్తాయి వచ్చే ఎన్నికల్లో. ఇది మా ఇద్దరి భవిష్యత్తుకు సంబంధించింది కాదు. మా ఇద్దరి భవిష్యత్తుకు సంబంధించి ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ భవిష్యత్తుకు సంబంధించింది.
Actor Balakrishna will also be meeting Chandrababu Naidu in jail. Superstar Rajnikant also expressed his solidarity with Naidu, who is arrested in the 371 crore skill development scam. Rajnikant called Naidu a great friend and fighter and asked his son Nara Lokesh to be brave. Naidu has moved the Andhra Pradesh High Court for relief. With Andhra Pradesh going to polls next year, Naidu's arrest is set to become an election issue. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, I'm going to cut across to Apurva Jayachandran joining us live from Andhra. Apurva, you have Chandrababu Naidu in prison. You have Pawan Kalyan, the actor, landing up to meet. He reaches the Rajahmundry jail to meet with Chandrababu Naidu. So the optics is loud and clear that Pawan Kalyan says we're going to fight this election together. The victim card being used amid this skill development scam that's right now being raked up. The CID on the other saying that we have enough proof of money transfers. The money trail is quite evident. So be sure that Chandrababu Naidu will remain in jail. There's that much happening in Andhra Pradesh even before the election.
Well, definitely, Nabila, because, we're seeing the stage already being set for elections here. On one side, we're seeing Chandrababu Naidu's arrest that had taken place, the hangama and the drama that took place after his arrest. Several TDP cadres had, in fact, come out and protested. Public as well, students and several IT professionals who had come out and protested, demanding the release of Chandrababu Naidu on one side. On the other side, the YSRCP, led government there and the APCID itself in its investigation and the remand report that it had submitted to the court has also said that there have been several funds, the misappropriate funds that they were able to find, and that they were able to find several illegal, transactions that had taken place. That is what is the key note that we have to, look into when looking closely into the remand report. On the other hand, we see Janasena Party chief Pawan Kalyan, who's now, after he had been denied permission 2 days back, he had tried to attempt to fly down to Rajahmundry to meet with the TDP chief, but after he was denied permission, he had driven down to Rajahmundry, and even then, after a lot of hassle, he has now gone and met with the TDP chief there, and following his meeting and speaking with Chandrababu Naidu and Nara Lokesh and the family of Chandrababu Naidu, Janasena Party chief Pawan Kalyan has finally come out and made a grand announcement today, asserting that the TDP and Janasena will be partnering together in forming a strong alliance against the Jagan Mohan Reddy government. That's in fact
Apurva.
the speech.
So it's going to be very interesting to see whether there is going to be an official alliance. We know Janasena Party is an ally of the NDA. Does it mean now the TDP is also an ally of the NDA? What happens to the YSRCP, who's been supporting the Modi government all along in the Rajya Sabha to pass several bills? So really the very complicated situation in Andhra Pradesh right ahead of their assembly elections. We will track it closely. Thank you, Apurva, for joining us. Now, cutting across to all that politics that's erupted over the Parliament's special session that will begin next week, as the government has listed a special discussion on the Parliament's journey of 75 years. The Congress is now constantly slamming the centre for being silent on all the important issues and disappointing people with their agenda. Congress has also accused the centre for pushing its own agenda in the Parliament special session. Meanwhile, Aam Aadmi Party has decided to raise the Anantnag encounter that's killed 3 of our Jawans. In fact, the India bloc has called a meeting on the 17th of September, just on the same day when an all-party meet is being called in by the central government. In fact, apart from the bill on the appointment of the Chief Election Commissioner and other election commissioners, government will also be tabling 3 other key bills, including the Advocates Amendment Bill of 2023, the Press and Registration Bill, as well as the Post Office Bill in the Lok Sabha.
What is the agenda for special session is actually surprising. For this is actually, these bills are placed in Rajya Sabha last session itself. Then what is the point of the special session? We can discuss all this bill in the winter session. Therefore, this government's parliamentary agenda is totally not transparent at all. Now they are telling 75th anniversary of independence. You know that in 2021, Honorable Speaker Om Birla had done an event of programs, series of events on 75th anniversary on 21. Now again 23 you are doing 75th anniversary. What is the logic?
प्रधानमंत्री कल जश्न क्यों मना रहे थे? प्रधानमंत्री देश की रक्षा के बारे में क्या चिंता करते हैं और इस पूरी घटना पे सरकार क्या कदम उठाने जा रही है, इसको उनको सामने आके बताना चाहिए। वरना अभी पार्लियामेंट का जब स्पेशल सेशन बुलाया जाएगा, विशेष सत्र, उस दौरान आम आदमी पार्टी के जो सांसद हैं वो निश्चित रूप से इस विषय को संसद के अंदर उठाने का काम करें, निश्चित रूप से।
अब 18 तारीख से 22 तारीख तक ये सेशन है। 5 दिन उनका एक मुखौटा 10 दिन गिर जाएगा, असली चेहरा सामने आ जाएगा। ये इलेक्शन कमीशन में कंट्रोल रखना चाहते हैं, ये न्यायालय पर कंट्रोल रखना चाहते हैं, उस तरह की बहुत सी बातें बिल सामने आ जाएंगे और पार्लियामेंट के माध्यम से देश में डिक्टेटरशिप लेके आएंगे।
यही मंत्री ट्वीट करके कहते हैं कि हम सेशन लाएंगे। इन्हीं के लोग पूरे देश को झूठी अफवाहों से जो है गुमराह करते हैं। टीवी के ऊपर उन गुमराह हुए लोगों की बहस कराई जाती है कि साहब ये होगा या ये होगा या ये होगा, और निकलता कुछ है। मैं उसी दिन से कह रहा हूँ, मेरे आप देखेंगे तो मैं बोल रहा था कि मैं आपको 100% गारंटी से कह रहा हूँ कि ये मामले संसद में नहीं आएंगे, क्योंकि आ ही नहीं सकते हैं। ये सिर्फ देश को गुमराह करने के लिए किया गया था, क्योंकि उस समय हिंडनबर्ग पार्ट 2 आई थी। नहीं चाहती थी केंद्र सरकार के हिंडनबर्ग पार्ट 2 के ऊपर चर्चा हो, इसलिए नई गुमराह करने वाली चर्चा को देश में थोपा गया था।
Meanwhile, the leaders of the India Alliance have held their first ever coordination meet at the NCP chief's house, Sharad Pawar's residence in Delhi. The bloc has now decided to hold their first joint public rally in the first week of October, Madhya Pradesh's Bhopal city. The decision now to raise the issue. They're going to be deciding that the rally will be raising issues of caste census as well, starting that process of determining seat sharing. As they're going to be taking up these key matters. In fact, a lot of discussions were held as part of that meeting, including seat sharing, which was the real key highlight. I'm going to take you through this report with the main points, the takeaways of that India bloc meet.
A mini yet significant assembly of opposition parties. The India Alliance is set to tackle what typically transforms into a high-stakes battle of conflicting interests during elections. This coalition of opposition parties asserts it has initiated the seat-sharing process nationwide. The Coordination Committee convened its inaugural session at the residence of NCP Chief Sharad Pawar in New Delhi.
Coordination Committee decided to start the process for determining that seat sharing. It was decided that the member parties will hold the talks and decide at the earliest.
Negotiations on this contentious issue will take place at the state level.
Now this time has come. We should move. We should go to the people, mobilize the people, for which we should organize public rallies, public meetings. That may be one of the issues we can discuss. And already there are informal, formal talks on seat sharing. How is the progress? What guidance can be given? This can be also an issue.
A A joint statement issued at the conclusion of Wednesday's deliberations also announced that the opposition alliance would jointly hold public meetings across the nation. The India coalition has chosen to focus on issues that directly impact the people, ranging from inflation and unemployment to illicit corruption as part of its campaign strategy.
क्या वो एजेंडा होगा इस अलायंस का, वो कैसे हम लोगों के बीच लेकर जाएंगे, चुनाव प्रचार कैसा होगा, सीट शेयरिंग कैसे होगी, इन सारे विषयों पर विस्तार से चर्चा करेंगे और जब चर्चा से एक समाधान निकलेगा, एक कंक्लूजन बनेगा, वो जरूर आप सबको समय पर बताया जाएगा.
The first joint public meeting of the India Alliance is scheduled in Bhopal in the election-bound state of Madhya Pradesh during the first week of October. The coordination committee of the India Alliance included representatives from Congress, DMK, Shiv Sena, UBT, RJD, Aam Aadmi Party, SP, JDU, CPI, National Conference and PDP. In summary, the opposition alliance political strategy revolves around navigating the intricacies of seat sharing, addressing public concerns and projecting a united front to contest the upcoming elections. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, some big news on the private aircraft that veered off. It skidded in the Mumbai runway and many of the flights that were diverted subsequently. We've got that visual for you here on the screens. You see very carefully that a private jet that landed in the Mumbai airport, right, as it hits the tarmac, it skids and crashes. Unfortunately, two of the pilots are they've been critically injured. One other person also has been hurt. But as of now, we believe that both the pilots are stable, but this video showing very clearly the way the aircraft veered off the runway, got into the grassland and crashed. In fact, right after this incident, following the incident, the runway of Mumbai was fully shut. All flights then were diverted to Goa and Ahmedabad. We believe the visibility of the runway was really low, barely 700 meters due to incessant rains, and that's what's led to the crash. Saurabh Bhaktania joining us for more on that. Saurabh, tell us more on what was the real reason? Was it low visibility, basically incessant rains, we believe, that's led to this crash? How are the pilots doing?
So, well, Nabila, let me tell you that this particular incident has taken place at around 5:10 p.m. at Mumbai airport. Now, the Mumbai airport has few other runways as well, but this particular private jet was actually landing on runway number 27. Now, let me tell you, Nabila, at that particular time, it was raining very heavily. The official spokesperson have clearly told us that the visibility was less than 700 meters. And therefore the pilots could not have properly seen the runway. Now the India Today have accessed the CCTV footage of this particular crash, and let me tell you, Nabila, it's just a near miss. The plane could have hit another aircraft which was preparing itself to take off. This particular passenger plane was actually going to take off when this private jet just passed through it and it crashed on runway number 27. Now, what the initial information, the sources are clearly telling us that the flight operation was actually hampered for a particular moment because it was still raining very heavily. There was a station, Mumbai Fire Brigade officials who were present, who are actually always present at Mumbai International Airport. They immediately rushed to the spot. 3 people, let me tell you, 3 people are injured in this particular incident.
We believe their situation is stable, but they're hospitalized. It's certainly tragic, and we know that the aircraft belongs to an industrialist. It was flying from Vizag to Mumbai, and all, at least briefly until now, all flights from that airport have been diverted to Goa. Very tragic report, that video coming right here on India Today first. All right, on that note, we're slipping into a short break. You could log on to indiatoday.in for all those news and updates. But do stay tuned on the other side. Gaurav Sawant joining us with To The Point on whether India should really play Pakistan. Stay with us.
और इसका मुझे अंत नहीं दिखता है। आज भी देखिए कहीं रजौरी में एनकाउंटर, कहीं और का एनकाउंटर रोज होते रहे और हुकूमत रोज चिल्लाती रहती है कि मिलिटेंसी खत्म हो गई। अब बताइए मुझे, क्या मिलिटेंसी खत्म हो गई? ये खत्म नहीं हो गई। जब तक कोई रास्ता न ढूंढा जाए जिससे अमन आ सके। लड़ाई से अमन नहीं आता है, बातचीत से अमन आता है। आज जो ये हुआ है, क्या ये दिखाता है कि आतंकवाद कम हुआ है? किसको ये उल्लू बना रहे हैं ये कहकर? दोनों मुल्कों को घमंड छोड़ देना चाहिए और टेबल पे आके बात करनी चाहिए।
मेरा बेटा सारे देश का बेटा था, सारे देश का अच्छा हिस्सा था मेरा बेटा, सबका प्यारा था मेरा बेटा। मेरी बेटे का था गणिया बाण थी, 3 बाण को न थी, बहुत ज्यादा बाण थी मेरा बेटा। तो ये मेरा बेटा था गणी बाणा का भाई था। ये जिसका भाई ना थे मैं पहला उनका भेजा करती बेटा रे, उनका पोची बंदा का ये रे बेटा, पास में अपनी बेबी की बंधवाई है। मैं ना रोऊं, मैं ना रोऊं, मैंने अपना बेटा पाल का देश ताई दे दिया था। मन तो पाल का अपना बेटा देश ताई सौंप दिया था।
बस ये कि हम तो यही कहते हैं कि दूसरे जवानों को भी हौसला मिलेगा। वो ये कि हमारे एक सीनियर ऑफिसर गए हैं और हम तो ये कहते हैं मनोबल कभी ढीला नहीं करना चाहिए। और
पूरे देश को गर्व आपके भतीजे पर, आपके परिवार के चिराग पर। दुख है आप लोगों को, लेकिन गर्व की बात है ये।
दुख तो सबसे पहले जी माता पिता है, छोटी सी बच्ची है।
बच्ची कितने साल की?
2.5 साल की है।
अगर आतंकवाद हमारे 2 बच्चों को शहीद करके जाता है तो हम उसके 4 करते हैं, 5 करते हैं, उससे कोई फ़ायदा नहीं मिलने वाला। इसका बिल्कुल सफाया होना चाहिए। कब तक रोते रह गया परिवार, कब तक सारा कुछ इसी जो परिवार के जो एक लड़का था, इसका बहुत ही बड़ा भाई दुखदायक कहानी हुई है। ऐसे ऐसे पता नहीं कितने परिवार ख़राब हुए हैं। इसको एकदम से ख़त्म होना चाहिए। हर देश इस आतंकवाद से परेशान है।
Tesla is now preparing for its big drive into India. The Elon Musk-owned electric vehicles company had sourced $1 billion worth of components last year and also targeting a figure of $1.9 billion this year. Revealing this, the Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal added that the company was interested in coming to India. Tesla has been in talks with various ministries for an entry into the nation. The recent reports also suggest that the Musk-owned Starlink may also be now allowed to start services in India.
Already last year bought $1 billion of components from, I think, all of you sitting here. I have the list of companies who supplied to Tesla. This year their target is nearly $1.7 or $1.9 billion. Yesterday I had a conversation with some of the other auto industry participants, and they also indicated that they have interest in coming to India.
Fresh from a diplomatic and geopolitical victory for the G20 summit, Prime Minister Narendra Modi was on Tuesday hailed by another world leader. Russian President Vladimir Putin, who on Wednesday hit headlines with his handshake with North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un, was busy addressing the Eastern Economic Forum in the far eastern city of Vladivostok. The forum is an annual event aimed at showcasing the Russian government's development plans. It is at this event that Putin urged the Russian auto industry to learn from the success of the Make in India scheme.
Back in the 90s, there were not too many cars available. Now we have those cars, but probably they are somewhat modest compared to Mercedes or Audi that were only being procured in the 90s in huge numbers. But I guess in this regard, we should learn from many partners of ours, namely our partners in India. They are mostly focusing on production and use of the cars and vessels produced in India. And in this regard, Prime Minister Modi is doing the right thing by encouraging people to use the brand Made in India.
Russia has been leaning more and more on India after being hit by international sanctions after its invasion of Ukraine last year. The bilateral trade skyrocketed to $44.4 billion in 2022 to 2023, after languishing at just $8 billion in 2020 to 2021 and $13 billion in 2021 to 2022. Most of this comprised discounted crude oil purchases from Russia in the aftermath of the Ukraine war. Meanwhile, Make in India has also been an integral part of several bilateral deals with Russian defense products already being built in India. These include the MiG-29 and Su-30 aircraft, the Kamov Ka-226 helicopters, and the T-72 and T-90 main battle tanks, and the Smerch multi-rocket system, among others. President Putin does not seem to be concerned about Russia being kept out of the India, Middle East, Europe economic corridor. Russia is already part of China's Brick and Road initiative. President Putin did sound a little skeptical of the economic corridor, saying it involved a lot of transfers from ship to road to railways, which could be a logistical nightmare. Bureau Report, Business Today Television.
Powered by UBI, good people to bank with. Co-powered by PolicyBazaar.com, हर family होगी insured.
Hello and welcome. You're watching India Today. I'm Gaurav Sawant. The encounter against terrorists holed up in the higher reaches of Anantnag continues. The nation has lost 4 brave hearts in the past 48 hours, battling Pakistan's state-sponsored radical Islamist terror. Colonel Manpreet Singh, Sena Medal. Major Ashish, Sena Medal. Deputy Superintendent of Police Humayun Bhatt of Jammu and Kashmir Police and Rifleman Ravi. The operations have now intensified and there is rising clamour to stop playing even multilateral cricket series with Pakistan, a state sponsor of terror. Some are calling for banning Pakistan for terror like South Africa was banned for apartheid. But the question remains, will the nation speak in one voice? No cricket with Pakistan, a state sponsor of terror.
Pakistan killing our braves again. As Terroristan bleeds India, a massive nationwide chorus to punish its terror misadventure and stop playing cricket. Anger spilled out on the streets as angry protesters burnt effigy of Pakistan terror. Netizens are up in arms, mounting heat on BCCI to stop matches against Pakistan.